So we're going to try to revive this door after talking about buying a new one. I said, well, let's give it a shot first. What's it going to hurt? Never done it before, but this one has some pretty large cracks in it that's, they've tried to patch and stuff throughout the years, but we're going to try to fix those. But we're going to start with our citrus strip first. Never used it before, so definitely a learning experience. And because I've never done this before, I was a little bit thin on my first layer of citrus strip, but as I went along, I realized that you could really lay that stuff on there. So if you're doing this your first time, don't be afraid to put that stuff on there really thick. But boy, it is just peeling off that first layer, which is amazing. Very good. So that's pretty good. Now, scrape that down here in my little box that I've got. And keep going. So oh yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, to say the least. And of course, we're going to be painting over this. So the big thing is we just want to get rid of those layers and be able to sand it down to where when we paint it, it doesn't look like it's been painted 13 times. So I'm going to keep working on this. Let's look at it when I'm done. Now, if you're like me, you learn from your mistakes. And so I was using a 2-inch putty knife and finally realized, it was doing the job. But I went to the hardware store and found a 3-inch knife that actually was kind of meant more for this type of work. And it did a lot better. Wished I had done it to begin with. So if you're doing this, you'll know to start with that. Just applied the second coat of citrus strip. Now, the first coat, I actually did it on a Saturday afternoon. So I just left it through Sunday. This is Monday morning. The door was nice and dry and ready to go. So you can see the second coat is on there. You can see it. So hoping that it'll get rid of the rest of this. We'll see. Hopefully we don't have to do a third coat. Now on these long cracks on the door, I decided to just use a wood filler. And then after it dried, I sanded it down really good and try to make it as even as possible. So I've used 4 different coats of stripper on here, and this is where I'm at. And which is actually, it looks kind of rough, but it's actually really smooth. So it actually did a good job, but I didn't lay it on as thick the first 2, so laying it on thick is key. But I went ahead and filled these cracks. I'm gonna start priming, hoping that covers up and looks good. We'll see. Now I used 2 coats of primer before I started painting and let them dry thoroughly each coat. So we're really happy that we decided to revive the door rather than buy a new one. We love the blue. That's Hampton blue, if you're wondering what color. We live in Hampton, works out great, and it matches our shutters, so it goes well. Makes the house cute. A lot of the videos that I've watched on filling these cracks show you how to do it, but they never show you the finished product. So here's a finished product. Like I said, I think that it's possible, maybe, if you're really good at this, you'd probably be better than what I am, but I'm pretty happy with it overall. If I get tired of it, I'm gonna make some panels and insert it in there. Still try to keep the door, but I think I'm pretty pleased with it. And then we also added that light up there, so it makes it look nice. And then of course we added those as well. The trellises is what we'll call them. If you're interested in the trellises, there's a separate video for that right here on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.